Hello everyone and welcome to a new video of Firepower Threat Defense series. In this video, we are going to look at few more options on the FMC configuration settings. So let's jump on to the FMC. This is our FMC. So today we are going to look at audit log and audit log certificate and if time permits, email notification section as well. So if you go to system, select configuration and then select audit log, this option gives you the capability to send audit logs to a syslog server and also to send audit logs to a HTTP server. In order to send audit logs to a syslog server, you just need to enable this option, put the IP address of the syslog server, select the facility you want and select the severity of the messages you want to send. Put a tag which will be, sent with every syslog message to the syslog server. Let me put a tag is optional, but I'll give it so I can identify out of a million syslogs, only the syslogs belonging to this FMC. And now let's test the syslog server. Okay, syslog server is reached. Perfect. I'll now save it. In order to send the audit logs to HTTP server, I need to enable this and put the URL here. Okay. And the audit logs will be sent in the form of a post request. So let me bring up my server, which is I would say here it is this syslog server. Sorry, just give me a second. I'll bring it up. So here, if I do anything on the FMC, you should see a log coming onto this server and it should start like this FMC-India-primary. We already got one log. Okay. Now let me go somewhere. Let's go to audit log certificate section. Let's talk about this section. So if on the previous option you saw, we can send the audit logs to a HTTP server as well, okay? But HTTP is not an encrypted protocol. It transfers the data in plain text. So in order to make it secure, we can add TLS encryption on top of it, okay? In order to enable the TLS encryption, you have to check this box, enable TLS. And in order to verify the certificate of the HTTP server, then you can check this box. This will enable the verification of the certificate of the server, and then you can enable the fetching of the CRL. CRL is basically certificate revocation list. You put the URL there and click on add URL, which will be displayed here. And then you can schedule the CRL download, or it will show you the last time when the CRL was downloaded. Okay, that's what you can do in here, but we are not going to do the HTTP stuff. But if you have HTTP server, you can give it a try. Also, along with these options, you have to put a audit client certificate here. Right now it says no audit client certificate loaded. This is required for this option to work. So click on generate CSR, fill the values, it will show you the CSR in the text format. Okay. And then copy the CSR, send it to your CA, get a certificate, click on import audit client certificate, put the client certificate here. Your private key will always be with the FMC because you're generating the CSR here. If you generated the CSR on some other server, then you put the private key as well and put the certificate chain, but these two are optional. Okay. And then save it. That's how you will import a audit log certificate in order to get the communication done via HTTPS for sending of audit logs to the HTTPS server. Okay, now we came here, we did some clicks. Now let's see if we got any logs on the our syslog server. You see, I got a log. I went to system, configuration, admit, audit cert. Okay, and then I came from FMC-India-primary. It came from FMC-India-primary. Username was admin, and he came from this IP address. FMC is the host name of our FMC. Okay, that's how you can send syslogs to a syslog server, audit logs to a syslog server. Now let's look at this email notification section. Okay, there are few features on the FMC which help you to send an email. Okay, for which you might want to send an email, but this feature helps to send that email. This feature defines the configuration for sending that email. Okay, that's what I want to just say. So suppose Let's look at this change reconciliation option here. You can ask FMC to send an email to specific email addresses along with the policy changes or all the changes on the FMC at a particular time every day. Okay, in 24 hours once. So in order to do that, you should have this email server configured. Okay, let's do this configuration. Our mail relay host is this. So I have installed the Exigen email server on this similar machine where we have our this syslog server. Exigen server is installed. Let me show you that. Okay, this is my user base login page for the Exigen server. Here I have an account name as security.team@test.lab and the password, and it has a mailbox as well where the FMC should be able to send the emails, should send emails once I configure it. Let me delete this email. Okay, fine. Now there is no email there. What is the port number? Port number is 25. Do you want to use encryption? Let's put the TLS on. From address, I want to send from fmc@test.lab address. Do you want to use authentication? Because I have enabled anyone can send the emails from that Exigen server without authenticating. So we don't need this option. If you want, then you need to provide user ID and password. Okay. Now let's test the mail server settings. So it's asking you, you get a pop-up, it's asking where you want to send the test email to. I say send it to uh, security.team@test.lab. Okay. So if you don't get this pop-up, don't worry. You need to make sure you have the pop-ups enabled. Okay, I had the same issue. Let me hit OK. Failed to send message. Check your settings. Okay, it couldn't send the message. Let me make encryption to none and then now try it. Security.team@test.lab and hit OK. Yeah, see, now it has been sent. Okay. So I was using encryption, but for encryption, then there is certificate stuff that comes in between. Okay. Now it has now sent an email, which is a test email. Now let's check that in the mailbox. Okay. I go here. See, I have got a mail, which is from fmc@test.lab. This is a message. Your proposed email notification settings function correctly. So that says this configuration is correct. Now let's save this configuration. Now we have configured it. Now let's go to change reconciliation thing. Okay. And enable it and say every day you run at 19 and 40 is fine. Email to security.team at the rate, sorry, test.lab. Send an email to this. Okay, and include policy configuration, also include all, show the full change history of the last 24 hours. Let's save this configuration. Once this configuration is saved, we should get an email in this mailbox here at 7:40, which will be 2 minutes from now, along with all the changes happen to FMC because we have checked this box along with the policy configuration. Okay. I'll pause the video till the time comes and then I'll, resume it when the email has been triggered. Okay, so it is 7:40, guys. The process will run, and you see, I got an email. Daily change reconciliation report from FMC. You can see, and it sends all of them in an attachment in the form of a PDF. Let me just make it a bit bigger. Let me close the library here, and let's open this PDF. So here is how you are gonna get the report. 1 second. Come on. Yeah, now it's good. Okay. So it shows system name and a bunch of information about the FMC itself, what's the VDB version, geolocation, etc., all other information in there. And then this is the comparison report. You see, last modified, change allow all rule one. See, application filter. So it gives you the changes made to the entire system based on the options we selected in a PDF format for the last 24 hours. See, this is here. Okay. DHCP removed. I did these changes to the policy there. So that's how you can do the change reconciliation email stuff, but only after configuring an email notification server. We do have some time. So let's look at this. There is an information option as well. If you click on this option, it gives you all the information about the FMC. Not all, but just some important information. What's the product model? What's the serial number? What's the software version? Operating system version. This is basically FXOS version. And then what's the IPv4 address of it? What's the IPv6 address of it? What's the current health policy applied to your FMC? What's the model number? Okay. And what's the host? And this is one of the important places where you would need to go when you are going to open a tag case, in order to get this information to be provided. Along with that, let's look at one more option, which is known as process. Okay, this process option gives you capability to perform certain tasks. Okay, there are multiple ways to shut down a management center. Okay, but in order to gracefully shut down the management center, you just click on run command and then it will shut down the FMC. In order to reboot, click here. In order to restart just the management center console, you can just click here. Okay, instead of you going to CLI and doing the stuff, you can do it from here itself. So in this video we talked about audit log certificate, change reconciliation, email notification, information, and the process section. Okay, in the next video we will talk about more features. I see we do have some more time. Let's talk about one more thing, which is login banner. Okay, if you click on login banner, then you can enter the text that will be displayed to the admins when they will be on the login page. Let's see, this is uh, FMC. That's it. This is FMC, and then save it. Okay. Now, if I log out from here and okay, now admin, see, login banner. That's how you get the text, and you have to accept the text before you can go forward. So that's it for this video. And we talked about two, three more additional features because we got some time. So that's it for this video. And thank you for your time and have a good day. And I'll see you in the next video.